labels used to be scared of us when we had to come up for meetings, and they would see me walk in with Cortez on and beepers and shit like that. They be paranoid. Now,
and they see a walking cash register, and they feel like you're gonna die. Don't. Let's not act like they don't get insurance on these motherfuckers.
Standing trial. Why ain't I see you around back when I was down?
What's up, world? It's your boy Big Court of the Holdin Court Podcast, and we here one more again, man. As y'all see, man, we back on the west side. We back home on the west coast doing our thing. Of course, I got my beautiful oldest daughter, Rachel Renee. What's going on?
What's up, world?
Yeah.
I'm excited for today.
Yeah, we've been moving around. You see, we got different
mobile
setups. Yeah, we doing our thing. And also, we got to tell everybody about the OG Network. You know, by now, you're probably watching this on the OG Network, of course. So y'all tap in, download the app if you haven't already, if you're seeing this on YouTube. But today, you know, listen, this has been a long time coming. If you grew up with me in the Midwest, in Kansas City, Missouri, then you already know what it is. You know I've been rocking with this group, rocking with this artist since I was a kid. I don't even think he understands.
Since the blue colors for me.
The blue colors? Yeah, the blue colors with the switches on it. You know what I mean? But we got a Compton legend, not only a Compton legend, a West Coast legend, a hip hop legend. You know, he's got gold, platinum records. He's done some legendary shit. I think y'all already know who it is, because we just said Gia. Listen, man, we got the incomparable MC Eiht.
What's good, people?
What's good, OG? What's good?
Everything's good, for sure.
Yes,
definitely.
Sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate you coming, man. We've been talking about doing this for a minute.
Yeah, still been, you know, since you came on the show, you know, we've been seeing you've been doing good things.
Yeah.
So, you know, I usually don't get around too much, but, you know, still was like, man, you know, it's the homie, you know, let's get it out. So, you know, it's a little trek, but we finally got it in. We here, you know what I'm saying? So that's what it do.
Yeah, and I appreciate you making the time.
Yes, indeed.
You know what I'm saying? I want to go to the beginning. For one, I got a chance to do an interview with you on Gangster Chronicles.
Okay.
Actually, that was not my first time meeting you. You probably don't remember. We did a show together in Springfield, Missouri. Actually, I booked you for my cousin, like in the early 2000s.
Okay.
So you had went to Kansas City and did some records after that with S to the B. Shout out with S to the B.
Indeed. Yes, indeed.
You know what I mean? But you know, I grew up on you for real. You know what I'm saying? So it's always an honor to have those that came before me on the show.
I appreciate it.
So
you know.
I want to start in Compton. So just kind of going to the beginning, what was your life like as a, you know, kid growing up in Compton? Because I know Compton was kind of like a farm town back in the day.
Definitely. I guess, you know, I had the typical parents who migrated from the South. My father was from Tampa Bay, Florida. My mother was from Gulfport, Mississippi. So my mom and father actually hooked up in California. Like he was in the Navy, stationed. She had left Gulfport with like 3 of her sisters, and we had family who had moved to California. So they were sent to finish school in California. And, you know, I don't know how the get down went back in the days, how the hookups between the sisters and brothers went down, but they apparently hooked up, and thus my sister and myself were born.
So you the eldest?
No, my sister. I'm actually the middle child.
Oh,
I have a younger brother.
Okay.
So typical home life as a kid. Growing up, single family home, you know, as far as I could remember, you know.
So your father wasn't in the household growing up?
He was in the beginning.
Okay.
Until I probably reached the age of maybe 6 or 7.
Oh, okay.
And then they separated, divorced. That's how I found my way to Compton. We had family who had property in Compton. So maybe around the age of 5, 6, we moved to Compton. Like I said, normal childhood, you know.
You know, real quick, paint me a picture of Compton, because us from the outside looking in, you know, of course we see it as this, you know, this gang hub, but what was it like before that?
Compton to me was normalcy growing up. I'm pretty sure I was naive to the gang life and shit like that, the dope dealers and stuff like that. Family was, you know, all get out. Weekend trips to my auntie's house who lived in LA. Parties at their house with relatives and them drinking and the kids in the room playing and the cousins. And Compton was, I mean, I went to school, department stores, normal life, you know, kids on the block, riding my bicycle to the store, playing marbles or a murder ball in the street. I had a typical good childhood for, if you want to say, a single mother coming up at that time. We lived in Compton. It was gangs. As I started progressing in age, I started knowing, but like Saturday mornings was, you know, Captain Crunch cereal and fucking
cartoons.
Super Friends and shit like
Super
that.
Friends.
You
Come
know,
on, man. Come on.
So it was typical. I didn't we knew of poverty, but I didn't think that we were poor.
Exactly.
This is just where we fit in. You didn't? I knew of other areas, the Linwoods, the Carsons, the Cerritos, and all that type of shit, but Compton was Compton. You know? We didn't look at it as, damn, we're in the ghetto. This was Compton, you know, so
I think it's important.
Typical, like I try to tell people, my upbringing was as a child was normal childhood dreams, you know. I'm gonna be a fireman, I'm gonna be a policeman.
Exactly.
I'm gonna play for sports or some shit like that. That was the normal for maybe a lot of children growing up in that area.
Yeah, that's what I want to highlight. I think it's important to you know, say that, because I think, especially in our community, it's almost like it's cool. Everybody wants to say, oh, you know, I had it super hard. And it's not lost on me that some people did. But most of us, for the most part, we had regular, beautiful childhoods. Some of the choices that we made as we got older that's not necessarily what we were taught in the household. No. This was a result of the environment that we had to
definitely
learn.
Like I said, when you grow up with parents and, you know, let's just say my mom, because for the most part she did, you know, 100% raise us, you know, pops. Nothing to fault pops, but you know, that's what it was.
That's what it was.
It's what it was. I didn't grow up with the attitude of fuck my dad. He's not around, fuck that shit.
Me neither.
My cousin dad wasn't around, and that cousin dad wasn't around. So the sisters linked up and they partied, and the cousins, we all kicked it, and we spent the night at each other's houses every other weekend, and that was family life. So I don't like to sit up and go, you know, childhood was just, because for some it might have been.
Yeah, of course.
You know, there was kids who grew up in the projects. You know, there were kids who probably didn't eat that weekend or whatever. Did we struggle? Hell yeah. Again, Compton, you got 3 children, you know, you're a single mom trying to work and do shit like that. The vice is gonna come as you start getting older.
Of course.
And that's just basic, typically what happened, you know. By the time I got to 12, 13, 14, you start noticing differences and going different places. And, you know, my auntie lived over here and they wear a lot of red over here. And then my auntie lived over here. They wear a lot of blue over here. I'm still trying to function it because I'm not actually knowing what gang life is. And then by the time 14 came, it was just over with, you know.
I have a question about that, especially from the outside looking in. How does one get introduced to that? Because it's almost like a new layer of your own society that you're now realizing.
Most of the time, it starts as childhood friendships are formed. So I might be going to school with the homie. We in the 5th, 6th grade. We not, nobody's reflecting on that. It's kickball and lunch. You get me? That's what it is. We can't wait to get to lunch and kickball and play games and whatever. As you grow, these friends who, everybody live in different neighborhoods, So as you grow, you start noticing, 5 or 6 niggas hanging on the corner, and writing on the wall and Crip this and blood that and all, and you start paying attention, and then next thing you know, you go to school one of them elementary days and the homie come to school, all cuz or blood, and you like, whoa, what's going on? And then that interests you because again, I don't have a father in the home. Right. I don't have an older brother in the home. Right. I got a mama who working every day. I got a sister who she on her niggas is out here. Shit, you get me? So that's not one to go, don't fuck with them type of dude. So now it's your environment and how you growing up. And now, shit, if I'm walking home from school one day and niggas decide to pull over and jump out the car and where you from and all that and get jumped and all, now you starting to reflect of like, what the fuck is going on around? And then that's when the introduction, then, it happened for me like my sister and them, they knew the niggas. You get me? They were the juniors and the seniors in high school. And they were hanging the niggas on, they at the lunch areas with the niggas. And so that next thing you know, they coming over. You get me? They pulling up. You the little brother, the little homie, y'all nigga run to the store, get me a little whatever. Or and you start gravitating to that. And next thing you know, they not fucking around no more. But the homies is still pulling up looking for you. Like, what little Aaron at? Where my little nigga at? Oh, he in there. Nigga, take a ride. But then now, next thing you know, I'm wanting to hang with him every day. And so now he's like, oh, well, shit, nigga, I'm going to take you to Watts. I live in Watts. You get him? I take me to Watts, and I'm getting to see all that shit, and I'm getting to see, nigga, today we're going to take you to the hood. And then once you get to the hood, you get to seeing Big Joe this and Lil So-So and blah this. And you see 20 niggas out there hanging and all protecting each other. Niggas all claiming the same thing and everybody got on T-hats and shit.
You seduced by that.
You like, oh shit. And ain't no daddy at home. Right. And ain't no mama there because she working 11 at night to 7 in the morning. I'm left to the vices of the streets because first of all, I'm thinking of, this is my niggas now. You feel me? So one gets introduced in different ways. You could get courted in,
Did you have to go through that process?
I went through the courting in process until the point of it got ready to happen. And then it was said not to happen. He's already there, I was there every day. Like there was no place I wanted to be.
Let me ask you.
Before I got official, there was no place I wanted to be. I just felt brotherhood, love.
Protection.
Like I didn't have no older brother.
With that being said, let me ask you, because it was always, I know you're from Tragnew. Right. But you had association with Spooktown too, right?
I grew up in Spooktown. Okay. Shout out to the Spooktowns. I grew up in Spooktown. Like I said, my family owned property on this street. So I grew up there as a kid. Okay. Not knowing that was usually the code that happened. You grow up somewhere, you become from there.
Right. Facts.
I didn't regulate that because where I met my homies from was in a whole different area. You get me? I met my homeboys at my auntie's house, and she lived in Linwood. He was just coming over to visit one of my cousins. And just from that, we connected, and then I'm ditching school, jumping on the bus to go to his house to just hang with the homie, because usually going to his house meant I'm coming from Compton to go to Watts to end up back in Compton.
Right.
Because that was my path to Triangle Park. But I grew up in a place called Spooktown.
Right.
And friction can happen behind that. Luckily, they were two Crip neighborhoods. Yeah. So it wasn't as severe as it could have been. But there were times, there were fights, there were, people shot, there were all kind of,
So Spooktown and Tragnew, they rivals?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
They were.
I didn't know that.
They were for a while.
Oh, damn.
Like I said, things happen.
Yep.
But
hood shit. Yeah.
But I grew up in Spooktown, and some things happen between, but
the reason I ask is because I know you've always been vocal about where you're from.
Oh, definitely.
Tragnew. But in the streets, I know a lot of people in LA and Compton.
Yeah.
And they'll say, man, nigga from Spooktown.
Yeah. I grew up in Spooktown. Yeah. I sure did. And I like I said, before I got all of that down, as a kid, I could say I used to go down the street. I used to be on the corner with them because a lot of my friends, we grew up on this street, Johnson Street. So a lot of them hung. Our street was complicated because at one end we had a Mexican gang, and then at the other end there were the Spooktowns. We had a CV70s also ran through that neighborhood. So I had friends with the Mexicans across the street, and then I was friends because a lot of my friends lived at the end of the block where all the Spooktowns hung. Yeah. So just as kids riding bikes, like that was the neighborhood I grew up in. Like if I hadn't met my friend, it probably would have been 100% that I probably would have been from Spooktown. Right. But I end up being from Tragnew by association of family. Yeah. And so that's how that happened. So it was rough. Yeah. It was difficult, but that's gang life. Yeah. And that's what you have to accept when you claiming anything.
That's
you
a fact.
Feel me? Because as everybody know, Compton, every 3 to 4 blocks, you in a different neighborhood.
Different gang. Yeah.
So, you had the South Sides, you had the Spooktowns, then you had the Acacias, then you had the Farm Dogs, then you had the Nutty Blocks, then you had the Lantanas across the street was us. Behind us was the motherfucking Swamp Tanas. So it ran deep.
Yeah. I mean, I can just imagine walking home from school back then. It's like, God damn. It's like, we don't know what's gonna happen.
Enemy territory.
And then we started wanting to click up with each other.
Right.
So you would have 3 gangs that didn't like these 3 gangs, and so they would link up, and now you got these 3 against these 3 and these 3 against. It was a difficult time.
You know what? Real quick, I got to share my experience because I'm telling you, my shit is linear to that. I'm from in Kansas City, Missouri. I'm from the 4 block, right? So it's a Crip neighborhood. But I ran with a crew that was in the south side of Kansas City, Southside Posse, which were also Crips. Okay. So even though I grew up on the 4 block, I was known for being with Southside Posse. Okay. But going to high school, I went to a school called Northeast. Same thing. It was 12th Street, they were project niggas, down north niggas. We all had to click up because they was thick. So it's like Southside, 7-5, 4 block, 4-4-4-5, 5-1. We all had to eat lunch together, you know what I mean, to watch each other back because 12th Street niggas was deep and they didn't like nobody past like 18th Street.
Yeah, everybody started clicking up for that extra security.
Yeah, exactly.
Because during the mid 80s to the 90s, it was very treacherous. It was very treacherous.
What did you see? Did you ever see anything or anything happen where you said, you know what, I got to do something different. I got to find a way out.
And
because it's always that moment. I know mine.
Life was hard, man. Yeah. I wasn't the best dope dealer.
Why you say
Get
that?
me?
Why you say that?
Because I wasn't, man. I wasn't the best dope. I was a good gangbanger.
Yeah.
I wasn't the best dope dealer.
What you start with? What you start with? A 16, a teenager, 8-ball? What you start with?
I started with a 50 double up.
Okay. All right.
I started with a double up, and then my dumb ass want to go get fronted by somebody, man. And that's where you fuck up, because I want to get fronted.
Yeah.
But I don't have the financial.
Exactly. You're a kid, for sure.
I'm still a kid at heart.
Yeah.
So, nigga, I want to rent cluck cars and go to the movies, and I want to buy new Cortez and shit. And then when it's time to re-up, I'm like, I'm broke as a motherfucker.
Yeah.
So it was difficult.
So you saying you was bad getting it off, or management of the money
I was
once you
getting
made
it off. I was on the block trying to get it off.
Okay.
That was my thing.
Okay.
Financial planning.
Yeah.
Financial planning.
I was one of the 6 in the driveway.
Okay.
When the car come, hey, I got the best shit. Look at my shit. Look at my, we all struggling. We all we all taking turns. Fuck it. You take that car. You take, or I'm sitting over at a hotel with one of the homies trying to learn what to do and see, because I'm just fascinated, because at that time I'm like, where the fuck am I going? You feel me?
Yeah. So how did that game intensify the gang element once the crack came in? Mm-hmm. Did you see the intensity of the gang shit just skyrocket?
Because the streets got very vicious.
Mm-hmm.
Niggas was dying. Niggas was getting jacked. Like, niggas was being found in trunks of cars, and you hear niggas getting killed out of town, and the plug this, and so it was, and then on top of that, just trying to deal with the aspect of just gang banging.
Yeah.
Because niggas are still cripping and blooding.
Yeah.
Like, you got to deal with that.
Yeah.
You feel me? And if you just a regular motherfucker, you have to deal with that.
But
pulling
didn't the
up
money,
at gas stations.
but don't the money blur the lines of the gang politics?
But see, I wasn't a money dude.
Okay.
That's the whole
but
thing.
Did it,
there was a lot. I did it because I was a kid. You need to make money.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I wasn't rapping. I wasn't working. I had no, I'm fresh out of high school, took my GED because we went down on some robbery bullshit. And so I was able to get house arrest, and I was able to go to a school. I was able to get a school program because of my mom's. Yeah. So I graduated, got my GED, but then after that, I'm sitting home like, what the fuck am I? Because now it's done. I got the paper. I'm good. But really, what am I finna do? I'm not educated really to, I wasn't a dummy in school now. Right. I got A's and B's when I went to school. Yeah. But then there was a point to where I was just like, fuck school. Yeah. Because
we all go through that.
I'm like, what's going on? I learned about George Washington 2 years ago. And the slave shit. And then now you want me to do the decimals and all this shit. Like, man, come on, man.
Yeah, they lost me at the algebra shit. They lost me at the algebra shit.
This shit is trigonometry and trigonometry. Like, I'm not finna, I know I'm not finna be no medical doctor.
Yeah, it's like, when am I going to use this in life?
I can feel it. So, everybody started talking about, back then they had the conservation corps, and a lot of people was going off to do that. I knew a lot of people went to do that. Run off to another state, they try to teach you a trade and all that shit, whatever. But, so, at one point, I even considered the Army.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What stopped you from going?
I got injured.
Doing?
I got electrocuted on my foot, and they wouldn't take me for 6 months.
How'd you get electrocuted?
We had loose wires in my house, and I got up at night to go use the bathroom, and I stepped on the loose wire, and it burned my foot. Damn. So when I went, I was getting ready to leave. I took the physical, the test, papers, all that shit. I was ready to go. Paperwork, everything. And when I went to go do my physical, they saw my foot and they told me to come back in 6 months. And rap started.
Okay. I was about to say, thank God for the frayed wire. Because we wouldn't have MC Eiht if you had stepped on the fucking wire. Won't he do it?
Right.
That motherfucker, they was calling too.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I'd never been a dummy.
Yeah.
I was really book smart to be, you know.
So you did well on the ASVAB, and I'm sure the physical
Man,
you
they
performed.
was ready to ship a nigga up out of here.
You probably would have fucked around and been in Desert Storm, I think.
Man, they was gonna ship me somewhere to camp for like 8 weeks.
Yeah.
I was
Basic
gonna come
training.
home.
Yeah.
And then they was finna ship me to Germany.
Oh,
I
wow.
had papers
Nice.
and everything.
Damn.
Like, I'm telling you, I was ready to.
Thank God for the wire.
They came, they looked at my foot, they said, come back in 6 months.
Yeah. So I want to speed it up. Let's get to the music, bro, because that's really what I want to talk to you about. So you don't go to the service.
Yep.
You start rap. I'm assuming you know Chill from the hood.
I know Chill from the hood. Me and Chill went to junior high together. Hamilton Junior High School.
Okay.
That's where I met Chill, and also through church.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I had a cousin that was a member of this church, Greater Union Baptist Church. And she was the hip cousin. I didn't have hip, you know, everybody working and whatever. She was the hip cousin. Had her own car, had the tape deck with the music. So she used to live in the back of us because we had the house in the front and they had the apartments in the back. She used to live in the back. So every time she would run to the store, hey, come with me. Hey, come with me. I get in the car and I'm playing the music and she's got, you know, music and then radio. And then I got cassettes because from going back to family reunion trips to Mississippi, my cousin started plugging me with all the hip hop shit that I'd never know about. I think it was the first time I heard Freakazoid by Midnight Star.
Okay.
And then I heard Sucker MCs by Run DMC.
Yeah.
And then I heard The Treacherous 3.
Yeah.
And so I used to come home during the summers and rush to the Paramount swap meet and look for cassettes and you know. I don't know who was into but I was into the music shit. And the hip hop was just starting.
Yeah.
So I ride with her, and you know, she'd have Bible studies and choir rehearsals, and Chill's parents, his aunties, all his people were members of this church. So when I would roll up there with her, I would see Chill, I would see his cousins, a lot of people, whatever, a lot of teenagers, you know, my age, whatever. And so I started fucking with him. That's how I started fucking with Chill. And there was also another dude at the church. His name was LC. I took him and Chill to the hood to get courted on.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so Chill from Tragno too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chill used to live in Lime Hood. And then...
which is a Pyru neighborhood.
It's a Pyru neighborhood. But they also had a Crip hood over in the back end called Ducky Hood. And Chill used to associate with them a little bit.
Okay.
But then, you know, once we started hanging, and then once I checked into his school, and then the rap started, Chill started being my beatbox. Yeah. And, you know, so, you know, I loved the hood. Yeah. And them was my two niggas I met at the church house. So I was like, nigga, let's go to the hood. Nigga, we court you. And that was it.
So at that time, and I don't know if the timeline adds up, but had Mixmaster Spade, was he doing this thing?
They were cracking at that point.
Okay.
Like I said, we were 15, 16. Yeah. Gangbanging.
Yeah.
Our rap music was bullshit. I don't give a fuck what nobody said.
You talking about Compton or West Coast?
Just period.
Okay.
Our shit was bullshit.
Because you had Mixmaster Spade, you had Lonzo, and the World Class Record Crew.
We had them on the strictly, you had to be real hood affiliated ghetto nigga to know about Todd and Spade in the early days. Yeah. We had niggas like Bobby Jimmy and the Critters and shit with songs like Roaches and shit. Come on,
I remember that shit.
Come on, real talk.
I remember that shit.
Be real.
We
had shit like that. We had, no disrespect.
Yeah, I
loved Egyptian Lover, but we had Egyptian Lover. Yeah. We had the Wrecking Crew.
The Wrecking Crew.
You know, Turn Off the Lights and shit. You know, we didn't have
it was like a techno type of thing.
Because that's who I came up through. Right. Unknown. He had techno hop records.
Right, Unknown.
So a lot of our music was Spacetronic shit. Real talk. We didn't
Did you
have.
just make that shit up? Space Tronic.
Yeah. We didn't have motherfucking. We didn't have the Tila Rocks.
Yeah.
We didn't have the motherfucking KRSs.
Right.
We did,
Right.
but they were so underground.
Yeah.
Because they were watching what niggas was doing over there, what Todd said.
But then let's take it back though. Like, so we talking 86, 87. You still had Ice-T, the 6 in the morning.
Ice-T, though, was dogging the wax and you don't quit at first.
Okay.
He didn't hit us with 6 in the morning until...
Yeah, it's about 86, 87.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we had King T.
Yeah, King T.
We had the Coolest.
Drop the bass.
And the bass. But you see where I'm headed.
Rodney O and Joe Cooley.
You see where I'm headed.
Yeah.
Nobody was on motherfucker dope and one times. And nobody was on that until Spade and them.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And like Todd said, we was just trying to really do the best tape.
Yeah.
Niggas wasn't really thinking like, we gonna go make records.
Yeah, exactly. So, okay, so you and Chill, right?
So me and Chill started doing the little, we heard the Toddy T's and the Mixmaster Spades. And then, once 6 in the morning, King T, You Better Bring a Gun.
Yep.
It started moving. So we like, okay, maybe this is something we can do. So I'm writing. We still in high school. I'm writing.
Were y'all calling yourself Compton's Most Wanted?
Not yet.
Okay.
And then I think America Most Wanted first came out, the TV show.
Yeah.
And I was sitting up one night and I'm like, that might be it right there. So I tell Chill the next day, we're going to be CMW. He's like, what's that? I said, Compton's Most Wanted.
Yeah.
He said, oh, that's tight. Now, it didn't go over too well in the hood.
Why?
Because we from Trag New.
But that's in Compton.
We shouldn't be worried about CMW rap shit. We should be worried about Trag New Park shit.
Okay.
So when we used to represent with sweatshirts and shit with CMW on it, we would get a little backlash because...
From the hood?
Yeah, because you should be wearing Trag New Park shit, not CMW shit.
Did y'all ever consider saying Trag New's Most Wanted?
No. Because, first of all, I'm seeing this vision that's happening. Niggas is making records now.
Yeah.
You get me? It's no longer TDK tapes out the trunk for $20.
Right.
Niggas is actually making, Eazy-E has an album.
That's a fact.
NWA has a record.
Yeah.
Tommy T even got a fucking record. The Batarang.
Hell yeah.
Fuck it, even Spade got the Compton Posse record.
Shit, yeah, Twitty Bird Loc. You had some niggas doing their thing.
King T got the Act the Fool album.
Yep.
So it's going now. It's no longer at a place where, we can make some money off this shit. My point, even though niggas knew we was Crips and gangbanging, I never wanted to speak on Crip shit on my records because everybody ain't a Crip.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You get me? I want to speak to niggas about the issues of just being in the gang member society and just trying to grow up in that life.
Right.
I can't do that if I'm just emphasizing Crip on everything.
That's a fact.
Because now the Bloods are going to feel a little like, I won't buy that nigga shit.
That's a fact. Yeah.
The essays are going to be like, I don't buy that nigga shit.
Yeah.
Homie, just keep Crip.
Yeah.
We essays over here, homie.
And that wasn't the culture back then. You didn't do that. Like those of us that was in the culture and we knew. Yeah. We can look at it and tell what it is.
I felt that was good enough for me.
Yeah.
For the representation of knowing I was claiming Trag New Park, knowing me and Chill, from school, being on the streets, just out. We was niggas out. We weren't like artists who make a record and then go hide in the studio. Nigga, I'm on Crenshaw the next day. I'm at the park with the homies the next day.
Yeah.
We just got through shooting a $100,000 video last night.
Yeah. And
I'm on the block this morning.
Yeah.
So I'm low riding up and down Crenshaw with real niggas. Like, I ain't got security and bodyguard. I'm still affiliated. Even though we making records, like, I never wanted that part of the shit. I just wanted to make records to talk to normal niggas that I knew who were coming up like me or in situations like me. I never looked at it to go, nigga, we gonna ride in limos and have big dookie chains and nigga be fucking all the broads. I was looking at it like, I don't want to alienate nobody because in Missouri, they got banging niggas.
Yeah.
In Texas, they got banging niggas. In Chicago, New York, whatever. They might not be Crips.
Yeah.
They might not be Bloods. They might just be a pack of niggas. So I don't want to alienate nobody by going Crip.
Yeah.
And then they get to going, I'm losing sales like that.
No, that's a fact. That's
I'm
a fact.
losing sales.
I want to ask you something though. So I want to go to the music. So that first album, it's a Compton thing. You do it with Unknown, with Orpheus.
Yes.
Right? So I want to ask you, now I'm going to put my fan hat on. So let me take a trip back down memory lane to explain how I obtained the name of a Compton criminal part-time player. What made you write We Made It?
First of all, shout out to Craig T. Cooper. That's the song that we sampled. It's a song called I Help You Get There. I don't know. I've always been into... Honestly, I wanted to show niggas I could be an MC. And not just be labeled as the street rap nigga.
Yeah.
I always took pride in MCing. That's why I call myself MC Eiht.
Right.
I could have been 8 ball or 8 track or 8 this or that, 38. You get me?
Yeah.
I prided myself on MCing. So when songs like that would come to me, I want to explain about how my life was coming up and how that I was looked upon and we were frowned upon and we were probably thought as being has-beens and never being able to. And now that I've discovered this thing called music, I can take that and form it into a position of going, man, we ain't got to sell dope forever. And then, you know, we can feel like we made it. You know, that was the purpose of me writing songs like we made it.
And the reason I asked is because, let me see, that was the blue tape.
Yeah.
That came out 88.
It wasn't on the clear version.
No, it wasn't.
No.
It was on the blue tape.
Yeah.
Exactly, which was the edited version.
Yes.
Because I had both of them.
Yeah.
The reason I'm saying that is because this was about 88, 89 maybe 90, 89, 90.
It was 90.
90,
okay. It came out in 89, but then it really... 1990.
So you got to figure, bro. So I'm a kid. Well, I'm 13, 14 in Kansas City. I'm getting that bug of doing music. But that song inspired me so much. I used to play it back to back to back. And the fact that you weren't, but probably a couple years older than me.
Yeah, I was probably about 17.
Yeah, but so introspective because that's a very mature song and a mature position to take.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I played that. That shit inspired me at the end of the day.
I wasn't a dummy in school. I was pretty smart in school.
Yeah.
So a lot of shit I did as a kid in school, people don't know about, you know, but plays, assemblies.
Wow.
Teachers had me doing all that shit. Why? Because I could remember shit.
Yeah.
They could put shit in front of me and say, can you remember these lines?
Yeah.
And I could go, yeah. Can you come back tomorrow and say it? And I'd be like, yeah. And I'd come back to class tomorrow and I'd read the whole thing. And they'd be like, how do you do that? Or I'm like 5 years old. I'd be in the car with my auntie. We can go drop my mom off at work. Go to pick her up. She'd be like, oh, which way do I go? I forgot. I'd be like, go that way, then make a right here, and then whoop-de-whoop, and then she gonna be standing right there. I could just remember shit real good. So it was very easy for me in school. I got bad grades because I just didn't want to do shit.
Yeah, same thing with me.
I just didn't want to do shit. But when I liked it, man, I get an A in math real quick. I get an A in English real quick. English was a good subject for me. And then I like to read books. You know, I was a book reader when I was a kid. You know, before the internet and computers. I like to read books, magazines. I was into all kind of shit as a kid. Like I said, I was a broad kid.
Yeah.
You might have caught me on the corner gangbanging, and then next week caught me in Paramount on a BMX bike.
Oh, talk about it, bro.
Man,
talk about it. Come on, now you know. Talk about it. What kind of bike did you have?
Red line, man.
Nigga.
Yeah, come on,
Oh, you
man.
had some money.
Come on.
Oh, you hustled up some
No,
money.
we wasn't hustling.
You had the red line?
We knew how to come up on some bikes, do it like that.
I had the Mongoose decade.
The Mongoose, the red line, man, with the mag wheels.
Niggas don't
man,
understand. Back
here,
in the
man.
80s, the BMX shit was the shit, bro. I swore I was going. I swore I was going to be a professional BMX, my nigga.
Yeah.
Man, I thought I was going to get sponsored by GT and all some other shit.
Oh my God, GT and motherfucking Diamondback.
Diamondback, hell yeah.
I love you.
Hutch, all of that shit, yeah.
BMX was one of my things, man.
Yeah, me too,
Go-karts,
bro.
BMX, all that I used to be into as a kid. So, you know, my brain was very broad. Man. And I said sometimes, and I don't like to say this because, you know, I got a lot of homies who came up through the neighborhood process and whatever. But sometimes, you know, you might have to dumb yourself down again.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
You get me?
Yeah.
Nobody likes to be smarter than the other motherfucker because then you feel like there's something wrong with me because I know ABC, nigga. Like,
and let's keep it 100. Motherfuckers in the
don't pull a strap on me because I know motherfucking etiquette a little bit. Hey, that's a pronoun, nigga. What the fuck you mean?
Hey, but motherfuckers in the hood will equate your intelligence to weakness. Motherfuckers would think because you have manners, etiquette, and you know how to speak, or you know a little something, that you weak. They do. They think you soft.
You get punked.
They think you soft.
Like I got talk like dumb shit and you do it and don't know don't know how to hold a conversation for you to respect me. But like I used to tell niggas that like I think sometimes gangbanging you had to dumb yourself down around certain people. Now there's a lot of intelligent men who've come from that walk of life.
That's right.
Yourself,
Absolutely.
myself. I know a lot of dudes who have prospered. You know, businesses, work 9 to 5, oil refineries, trucking companies, everything. But then there was a lot of dumb niggas too.
Yeah.
And sometimes in those essence around your peers, you would have to dumb yourself down. And so, you know, that's where a lot of those, you know, situations to where, like you said, how were you able to turn around and do a song like Hood Took Me Under, but then write a song like We Made It?
Yeah.
That's because the intelligence is there.
That's right.
But you have to understand the masses of the people you're dealing with. And I don't want to be too complicated for a lot of motherfuckers. You get me? You know, sometimes you'll listen to a nigga's record and you'll just be like,
too much mind, too much thought process.
And then there's those records you can put on and you like, nigga, hey, this and then they ain't talking about a goddamn
That's the shit
thing,
to go,
but
though.
it just fits.
That's the people want to vibe sometimes.
That's just it, man. Sometimes, you know, like I said, growing up in that situation, you just have to dumb yourself down sometimes.
What's up, world? It's your boy Big Court, and all of your favorite NBA players are back. And DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA, is the place to bet on NBA stars this season. Now, of course, you guys know I'm from Kansas City, Missouri. We don't have a team. They went to Sacramento. Hey, listen, Sac, we need our team back, but I'ma still get in on the fun. So listen, all you new customers, bet just $5 and get 3 months of NBA League Pass. Plus, score $300 if your bet wins, and that's paid in bonus bets. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code BIGCOURT. Yeah, that's right. That's the code, Big Court, BIGCOURT. You bet $5 and you get 3 months of League Pass, plus you get $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours.
How did your situation with Unknown unfold? Like, why did you go? You know what I want to ask you? Why did you go to Orpheus instead of going like with Ruthless as they were?
I was signed to Big Beat Productions, which was Unknown's company. You know, they saw it coming. You know, the Unknowns, the Lonzos. You know, just like Lonzo, if he could have got in on that NWA piece. And not been like, you know, because at first he was like,
he didn't get it.
Fuck that shit. Fuck
he
that hard
didn't
gang banging ass shit, nigga.
Yeah.
You need to get with the ladies and be smooth. You get me? But you know, Unknown, we were introduced to Unknown through Lonzo. two cats that used to sing. One of them lived across the street from Chill. His sister happened to be dating Ren at the time. So they had,
MC Ren from NWA.
Yes.
Okay.
They had a plug with Lonzo. You know, this was the time where the music was moving. NWA had just cracked. You get me? So we, they took us with them to do a demo somewhere in Ontario. I have no idea who house it was, but they recorded a singing demo, and I wrote a rap for me and Chill, and we performed it. And I don't even think Chill performed it. I think I just did the whole thing, and he was beatboxing. And so we end up taking those tapes. They got a meeting with Lonzo at his crib. And so we all went up to Lonzo's, and it happened to be Lonzo there, Unknown was there, and DJ Slip was there. And so we walk in, and it was their show. We was just there. And so I happened to put the tape on. You know, Unknown got to hearing shit.
Yeah.
And then so he instantly, from that day, put me with Slip. Automatically. And so I started going to Hawthorne, wherever, or Gardena, Inglewood, Little, where Slip was living. And I was over there every day. Now, I'm still in high school. I was a junior in high school.
Wow.
And I was going over there every day.
And Slip from Inglewood, he a blood, though.
No,
right?
Slip isn't anything.
Okay. Who is it, Mike T?
Mike T, my DJ was a blood.
Okay,
He's from
right.
Inglewood.
Right.
But Slip was from LA Sound Control.
Okay.
They were that whole music scene that was blowing up. His dad owned a place called Music People. They used to supply all the sound systems for all the big concerts that they used to have at the sports arena. Remember, well, back in the day, you would come to town, see the big posters on the poles. His dad and them provided the sounds for all that. Run DMC first came to town. They did. Eric B. and Rakim first came to town. All the World on Wheels shit, the Dudo shit. His company supplied the sound systems, the DJ consoles.
Okay.
So I started working with Slip every day. Bing, 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 to where Lonzo decided, because of the success of seeing what was going on in Compton, he decided, I'm gonna put together Compton compilation. I'm gonna take all these little niggas around here, you know, and just put them on a record and put it out. So that's how me and Chill hooked up with Lonzo and Unknown. He put out the Compton compilation. It was CMW. It was about 12 different groups. And we all had a song on there. And ours blew up. We had a song called Rhymes Too Funky. And that blew up.
And that was on It's a Compton Thing.
Yes. That was our first single. So from there, Unknown took Rhymes Too Funky, and they made a maxi cassette. I signed the Techno Hop,
which is Unknown's label.
Unknown's independent label. They were all getting distributed, going to Macola, getting pressed up in Santa Monica. And so I ended up doing a maxi single with Unknown. It had This Is Compton on it. It had Give It Up and I Give Up Nothing.
Give It Up. That's your song.
Is it?
I think the Give It Up.
Give It Up. Yeah.
Boom, boom,
Yeah.
You
boom,
had the
yeah.
bass. Oh
That
my
song's scandalous
God.
as hell, but go ahead.
Prospect.
It
Prospect
definitely
days.
is. Yeah, but we did a maxi single, and we released it independent. Unknown released it independent. It was in the swap meets. It was all over the place. And from there, we got a call from Orpheus. And that's how we ended up on Orpheus, because Unknown signed a production deal with Orpheus Records.
Orpheus was, and their parent company was who?
Orpheus' parent company at the time was EMI Capital.
Right. Okay.
So that's how we ended up getting our first record on Capitol, but at the time they were folding. They were folding their black music division. So we got caught up in a lot of the bullshit, but we still, I think, were able to generate almost 300,000 copies of It's a Compton Thing.
Yeah, for sure.
So it made noise. So from there, Orpheus, which was a label owned by Charles Huggins, which was Melba Moore's husband.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that. Okay.
So they ended up getting a deal with Epic. And that's how Straight Checking Them and Music to Drive By came out. Because we still had a deal, Unknown still had a deal with Orpheus.
Yeah.
So basically Orpheus had to get a distribution deal and they got it with Sony, with Epic. And that's how Straight Checking Them and Music to Drive By ended up.
I always wondered
Orpheus.
that. Okay.
Yes.
I wondered that. So how was your business with Unknown?
It was typical.
Okay.
It was,
Because it's like you didn't see any, I didn't hear.
I was a young kid.
I didn't hear you say Unknown, nor did I see or hear from him after It's a Compton thing. It's like he just disappeared.
He was still around, but it was a strictly business basis. I started maturing.
Okay.
You get me? After It's a Compton, it's a Compton thing. I was just a young kid out of Compton, God damn, I'm making a record.
Yeah.
So that was fine for me.
Yeah.
But then when you look up and now you're on your second record, okay, I got the #1 song in the country.
Right.
Growing up in the hood.
That's a fact.
You get me?
How did you get that placement on Boys in the Hood, growing up in the hood?
I used to hang with JD from the Lynch Mob.
Shout out to JD.
That's my still my nigga.
Yeah, welcome home, soldier.
But I used to hang with JD a lot because he used to live by me in Compton. He used to be over there all the time. And so I used to link with him all the time. We used to just roll and kick it, roll, kick it. And at this time, Cube was shooting Boys in the Hood. So we would ride up to LA just to go to the movie set and hang out. And I happened to pull up one day and jump out the car and John Singleton saw me. And I had One Time Gal for them Up out. And he was a fan of One Time Gal for them Up.
Yeah.
And he came right up to me and he was like, dude, you, and I said, yeah. And he was like, oh, man. He said, man, I got to put you on my soundtrack. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. Like, you get me? Like, I'm like,
it's like Hollywood shit.
Get up out the way. I'm up here and see Cube and them. Nigga, like, but he's like, no, hey, I'm telling you, whoopty whoop. And he was like, you want to be an extra in the movie? So he put me against the wall in the movie. And I'm just like, okay, whatever. And then I'm thinking nothing of it. And about 3 weeks later, I get a call from Unknown, and he said, they want you to do this song for this movie. And that's how we came up with Growing Up in the Hood.
Yeah, because that was the leading song for the movie, right?
No, How to Survive in South Central.
Right.
Oh,
Cube
it was the
lead.
second.
It was the second.
single.
Yeah.
Yes, you are correct.
It was the second.
So let me go to Straight Checking Them real quick. Classic album.
Right.
I do want to, I don't know if you know this, and I think I'm right, but if you go to Can I Kill It?
Yeah.
I think you were the first rapper before It Was a Good Day to sample Footsteps in the Dark.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Isley Brothers. Yeah.
I was the first one to switch it up. Because y'all started
Hell
with one
with
song.
Teddy
And
Pendergrass.
I went
Yeah.
back
Love
to,
TKO.
yeah. So,
once again, the panties is dropping.
That song, hey, that
Just
song
being
is
a fan-
classic.
so
just being
smooth.
a
That song
fan
is
of
fucking
Oh my
classic,
God.
bro.
I love the 60s and 70s music.
Yeah.
That's
When I
my
said-
LA Crew song.
When you
Yeah.
grow up in a household
Yeah.
of
Yes.
a lot of
Motown. Big
my
band.
auntie had like crates and crates and crates and just ridiculous crates of records. And so, those weekend trips to the beach or the park, and we all be 8 in the car and sitting up in the middle. That pops or auntie is blasting the Commodores or Teddy
that's right. The big
Pendergrass or
band,
something
the big
like
band
that.
shit.
So I would
Earth, Wind,
always
and Fire.
remember shit like that. So when I was able to access music like that and be able to use it, definitely.
Can I Kill It is a classic to this
that
day.
was like, and like you said, I was the first one to do it.
Yeah.
You came back with it. It was a good day, but
How did you feel when you heard that? Because you like,
never.
I mean, I'm sure it's not an ill thing, but you like, I used that. I did that.
I used it. I didn't look at it like, man, they ain't giving me as much props as whatever, because people who knew about Can I Kill It, everybody loved it.
Yeah, that was a
knew it.
classic.
So I never looked at stuff like that, like, hey, he used it after me and he got more recognition or whatever. I'll just look at it as what it is.
It is what it is.
I've used stuff other people have used and vice versa. And it's just all how you make it and create it. And then you got to look at who it is. You get me? Even though me and Cube walked that same line of music direction, you know, I was a real grimy, gritty nigga underground. You feel me? Cube was up there, you know, movies and so his popularity was in a different place.
And he had the machine too.
Exactly.
You know?
He had the machine. I had the motherfucking checkbook. I didn't have the machine. Sony was a checkbook. They just didn't know how to turn the wheels. And that was a problem for them.
Right.
Not every place you go is the right place. Had I been somewhere like maybe Jive or Def Jam or Priority, the probably outcome of those projects would have been different. But when you dealing with somebody who's used to dealing with mega stars like Michael Jackson and Sade, Pearl Jam, what are we supposed to do with this shit? You know, we have no idea, but we want to get into that game.
I got you.
Because it's making money. You know, so, but that's why they were never as successful probably until now. I don't know who Epic, I think they got Future over there. But after I left, there was a great pause
it was.
With hip hop at
definitely
Epic
was.
Because they never knew how to market they shit in the first place. I was just a motherfucker who was popular from videos and just being in the streets, and having that aspect is what kept the wheels turning at Sony. But
I think that's important. I was going to
Go
say,
ahead.
I think that's important to note, because especially for us millennials, like, we grew up with rap and hip hop. So for y'all, for it to be in its infancy and to navigate people still not knowing how to market you, how to place you, and how to just tap into that demographic. But even now, you know, you still got the corporates that want to get into black culture and gang culture.
Definitely. Now it's very popularized and it's monetized now. So that's that's why they really, because in my days, they hated us to do anything. You wearing khakis on a video? Oh, ban that. You wearing white tee on a video? Oh no, we can't take that to radio. You got a LA hat on and you're talking about gang shit. Oh, I don't know if we could put that out. And you get me.
They looking at the money, not the culture of it. So I want to go to Straight Checking Them again.
Okay.
So that's another classic album. But you do Straight Checking Them, and there's this thing that's brewing that I don't even know that you know that it's brewing. So Death Wish. You bite me quick, what means you get the duck sick quick. Now, that's a lyric that was innocuous. You didn't mean nothing by it or whatever.
No,
whatever.
It's
on Death Wish.
It's on a song called Death Wish on Straight Checking.
So, but you know where I'm going with that. So there's something brewing. You on some rap shit, but there's somebody else in Compton that's coming up that's kind of, you know, being a little aggressive, and that gets taken out of context.
So people know that usually when you record a record, it's not probably released for 8 to 12 months.
Especially
after
back
you
then.
Record it.
Yes.
So, I think Straight Checking Them came out late 92. I recorded this record in 91. I had no idea who DJ Quik was. Of course, there's a lot of up and coming rappers, but you know, being gang affiliated, you didn't hear too much about, you know. So, my DJ, Mike T, who was a blood from Inglewood, got a hold of this demo tape.
Is this the underground tape?
Yes.
Okay.
And this is after Straight Checking Them just releases. And so you say, I said the line, bite me quick with me, which I was referring to as back in our days, early hip hop, we called taking other styles biting.
Biting, yep.
That's what we called it. There was a record put out about it. Don't bite it. You
Stop
remember?
biting,
It sounded like the dude was biting the apple on the hook. You listen to the beginning of the Z, don't bite it. You know, so biting was a very big thing back in our, like they have the snitching thing now. It's very big. biting was very big for us. So that was a line I came. Biting me quick will mean you get my duck sick quick.
Which you had a song called Duck Sick.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. This, Quik was led to believe that this line was directed at him because of the underground tape. He had an underground tape where, he in the studio doing his thing, and a lot of those songs on his tape were on his album.
Yep.
But he had a song on there where he made references to NWA, Easy, Compton's Most Wanted. We were the Crips.
Right.
They were the Bloods.
Right.
It's expected, right?
Right.
But it was led out of proportion because it was the height of rap. Like I said, it was that tension time between the late 80s and the mid 90s with gangbanging and guns and the dope and just, I'm talking about niggas was dropping like flies every other day. So it was heightened, oh, that nigga talking about you, blood, and I never knew Quik, never met him, whatever. So I didn't get references of this until after the song came out. Mike T brought the tape to the studio, and then is how the famous MC Eiht DJ Quik beef is.
So what was your course of action after you heard the tape?
Nothing.
Yeah, so you just figured...
I was signed.
You just figured,
you
whatever.
I got 2 albums on. He was still in the studio making his demo.
So he was trying to come up. I
didn't look at it as a threat.
Okay.
Even though I'm like, okay, they're Bloods.
Yeah.
He's making a demo.
Right.
I probably would have did the same thing.
So you understood it. You didn't even take it personal. You was just like,
again, I'm what? I'm what? I'm 4 years into hip hop right now. I understand what hip hop is. Yeah. Niggas beef.
Yeah. Yeah.
I see it.
Yeah.
LL Cool J, Cool Mo D.
Yeah.
Run D, whoever. I saw it.
So you just took it. You just took it as wax. You didn't take it personal or streets.
We beefing on wax.
Okay,
I didn't look at it like I need to round up the posse. We need to get the Crip rags against the Blood rags and all that. I looked at it as rap banter.
Right.
You get me?
Right.
He ain't even signed yet.
Yeah.
Man, I'm on 2 albums. Yeah. Man, I'm living out here and I'm chilling. Like, cool.
Yeah.
If that's the way it go, I welcome it.
Yeah.
But because you had the gang element associated with it, is what took it from
makes it volatile.
Here
to
here.
Right.
Because now
it's the neighborhoods.
It's the niggas in the hoods who are feeling offended by a nigga mentioning Trag New or Treetop. Or what he like, oh, okay, really? Oh, so this is beyond some music shit now, homie. Because now I'm feeling disrespected as a Trag New or as a Treetop member.
Yep.
I'm feeling disrespected because I got homies who have died and laid their lives down and niggas doing 30 years in the pen, and y'all think it's rap shit?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's why it got so where it went. Because like I said, you can only control, like, you go out with your homegirls, you get me?
Yeah.
You control you.
Yeah.
You like to talk down one.
Yeah.
But it's going to be one in the back.
It's always demands in them. It's always demands in them.
That's
Stirring the pot.
It's covered off. You can't do nothing about it.
Yeah.
So
it's always demands in them.
That's what happens.
Yeah.
You can't control someone else's process.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah.
Like when people always ask me, and I hate sometimes people go, why do you think look, dude, I can't think for another grown person.
Right.
Yeah.
You get me? I can't. I can't even try to. So that's what really that's what really pushed it, I believe.
So let's go to, just to kind of go in chronological order, because that was a legendary beef.
Yes.
So if we go to, so now you do music to drive by.
Yes.
Right? So I believe, and you correct me if I'm wrong, this is your first time on Dead Men Tell No Lies. It would be your first time taking a little dig at Quik, right? In response, because what you said is, I think you said, talk about shooting an 8 from the top of the tree.
Yeah.
Nigga,
That's
please.
where the That's where the demo came from. Because he in the verse, he said something about shooting some NWA, A could see, shooting CMW from the top of the tree, which is his hood tree.
Exactly. So that was technically
like
your first dig.
Yes. But people still were riding off of the Death Wish.
Yeah.
So
so it looked like, because you had the bigger audience, that you started it from the masses.
And then really our dig was, I did another Death Wish on Music to Drive By. But
you did?
That's where we had that's where we had the cutout of him and all of that. And we did the video where we had a cutout of him.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a whole video directed at that.
I missed that.
Me, my T-Slip, we're like under the freeway, it's raining, like briefcases being handled. We had a dude dressed, he had the Compton jacket on. We had a dude dressed up in the wig with the Compton jacket
like
on.
the Way Too Funky shit.
We chasing. Then we had a cutout, because they had the cutouts back in the apartments. We had stole the cutout from somewhere and we pinned it up against the wall.
That's crazy.
Yeah. We did that. And so that's what escalated it. Because now, and he came back with Way Too Funky, and I came back with Death Wish 3, and he came back with Dollars and Cents, and then people started getting hurt.
So before we go to Dollars and Cents and that, I want to ask you, devil's advocate, just you as a hip hopper, just love the culture and you can appreciate the lyrics and the culture and the music of it.
Definitely.
When you heard, I'm assuming that you heard his first album, Quik is the Name.
Yes.
Did you ever hear it?
Yes.
What was your thoughts of the music? Just him as an artist and a producer. Like,
he was a great producer.
Yeah.
He was a good producer. He was a great producer. I wasn't into, I liked it Tonight.
Tonight was, classic.
I liked it Black Pussy.
Yeah, classic. Yeah.
I don't remember too much, but those were two cuts that I played as...
Yeah. So as a hip hop head,
being a Crip nigga and going, you playing Quik's record?
Yeah.
A lot of us did.
You. Yeah.
A lot of us did.
Yeah.
It was good music.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, another part was he was representing Compton.
Yes.
He's from Compton.
Right.
Born and raised in Compton.
On that note, like I said, you had to respect good music.
Exactly.
I've never been man, that shit was whack. No.
Yeah.
Good music.
Right.
Yeah, especially like you said, if you're a hip hop connoisseur, you have to be giving motherfucker props when props is due.
Yeah.
Shit, if it's good music, it's good music. That's just in a nutshell.
So going to Dollars and Cents, this is 95, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Right.
95. So now I'm going to be real, OG. So as a MC Eiht CMW fan, you know what I mean? Kind of like how these kids are with the, I don't know the names of these crews. You got your Lil Durk fans.
I'm
42K. I'm, but they fans. At that time, I'm team MC Eiht, CMW.
Right. We had that.
I think for a couple different reasons. I was from the blue side, you know what I mean? And then I heard you first.
Right.
Dollars and Cents come out. Now, I'm not going to lie.
I recall.
I felt like, do you remember Straight Outta Compton? Remember when they played No Vaseline and Yellen was like, damn, he got us. That's how I low-key felt when Dollars and Cents came out. I felt like, we got to do something. You ready to go?
Yeah, you ready to do some serious
shit. We got
to
do something. How did you feel when you heard Dollars and Cents? Because it's a classic diss record.
I felt it was a good record.
Yeah.
We've had good records.
100.
Just like when niggas refer when you said the, nigga in a khaki bikini.
In a khaki bikini.
Classic
that was
shit
classic.
is classic shit.
That was classic.
You cannot, you can't be a hater.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And especially, like I said, my name is MC first.
Yeah.
I take that in the pride. My name ain't Crip Eiht. My name ain't Blood Eiht. It ain't Hood Eiht. It's MC Eiht.
Yeah. That's dope that you could look at it like that.
I respect this craft of what it has done for a lot of motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And what it's done for me is put me in a situation to where I didn't have to walk that road anymore.
That's a fact.
But You have to get props when props is due.
Yeah.
I heard it. You know, a lot of niggas heard it. They were mad, upset, but then it's a good record.
Yeah. right. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I done had niggas diss me. I done had niggas diss me.
Let me tell you something.
I told a nigga straight up, I said, you know what? That's kind of hard.
Let me tell you something.
That's kind of hard.
You have motherfuckers who try to diss you today, little motherfuckers, or bullshit.
Yeah.
I'll be like, man, I've been dissed about the best.
That's a fact.
Nothing relates to me.
That's
you
a
get
fact.
me?
Yeah. I've had good diss records against me too.
But
so
just
I
to
ain't
be
gonna lie.
in that, just to be in that realm, of a person feeling like, man, I gotta go all out.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Because motherfuckers on me.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Respect.
That's a
right
fact.
there.
That's
To
a
me,
fact.
I'm looking like that's
because that's a
that.
result of pressure.
You
I felt that
goddamn
pressure.
right.
I felt that pressure,
You know,
so I got to do something.
I got to do something.
Yeah.
And so,
And so I want to go because, I mean, you said things got hectic. Things, people got hurt. I won't go into, because I don't know that had anything to do with you. The club thing, I want to go into that.
The club thing? The Club El Rey?
Yes.
Yeah, those were my homeboys up front.
Okay, so that was somewhat, I really want to touch on that because somebody, you know what I mean?
It happened,
Yeah.
they were at the club, situations happen, and they're representing Trag New.
Yeah.
It don't have nothing necessarily to do with me.
Right.
Even though I'm an affiliate, they felt offended as Trag New Park members.
Yeah.
Because of what was said and, like I said, once you start going from the realm of your beats is whack, your lyrics are whack to
Right.
your
Your
you from Trag New
neighborhood.
Park.
Yeah.
And now, wait a minute.
Now it's something else. Yeah.
It's 100 other niggas over here besides 8. And so now you're offending us.
It's beyond you.
And now it's beyond me. It's beyond me now. Like, you get me?
Yeah.
Just like if I was out there yelling, oh, treetop this, treetop that.
For sure. You
I'm
offended the
taking
whole
that
community.
upon me now.
Yeah, you offended the whole
That's
community.
why it was something I never did. Even though me and you gonna go back and forth, I'm never finna say treetop on the record.
Right.
Because I know what the depths of that shit means. You get me? This shit is beyond music now. It's beyond, but so when you want to take it there, I have to go, I ain't got nothing to do with that one now.
Yeah.
So if 3 niggas want to pull up on you in a dark alley to go, you said something about Trag New, that's going to be something I can't get you out of as an artist, as a hip hop nigga.
Yeah.
Man, come on, man. It's just some music shit, some record shit.
Yeah.
No, it ain't. Because you keep that shit on record, you keep mentioning 8.
Yeah.
Don't mention us.
Yeah.
Now you mentioning us, which means you want to bring us into the fray. And let me tell you something. I ain't no motherfucking rapper.
Yeah.
I'm a nigga who get down.
Yeah.
You feel me? And I'm a nigga who get down, and I got niggas in the graveyard and in the pen right now for this representation.
Yeah.
So now it's going to another place.
Yeah.
I have a question. You said years ago in an interview that people that align themselves with gangbangers that didn't have to had a defect. And I think about that because even just listening to you talk for the duration of the interview, it sounds almost like it was like a necessary evil for you.
Yeah.
So when you look at people, even like Lloyd Avery from Boys in the Hood, who went out of his way and aligned himself with this lifestyle that eventually led to his demise, what do you think about the artists now that still go out of their way to align themselves with this lifestyle? Because like you just said, for the people that are in it, this is real. They're not rappers. They're not studio gangsters. Right. What is your opinion on that now?
My opinion on that is to try to leave, like I said, everybody wants to, and that's the problem. The young generation has a problem with associating themselves with their own being. Like, being in a gang to me was something like, it had to happen.
Yeah.
Like, I had to have that choice. And I know a lot of dudes grow up in that lifestyle, and I try to tell them I get it because I was one of y'all too.
Right.
I was 18, 19 at one point, can't tell me nothing, fuck you, nigga,
That's right.
The world is Trag New Park.
That's right.
Nothing else matters. But, for people who don't have to walk that lifestyle, it's kind of a backwards thing of you wanting to associate yourself with, because now it deals with nothing but negativity. If you see, everybody's a snitch, everybody's going to jail, everybody's on the courtroom stand, everybody's telling on each other.
Right.
There's no authenticity behind it anymore because, again, it has been put into this big screen on box that motherfuckers now can go, oh yeah, you get me?
Yeah.
ching,
Yeah.
ching, ching. So there's no disassociation from it. People used to tell me, don't. You get me? Labels used to be scared of us when we had to come up for meetings, and they would see me walk in with Cortez on and beepers and shit like that. They'd be paranoid. Now,
and they see a walking cash register,
and
they feel like you're gonna die.
Yeah,
don't let's not act like they don't get insurance on these
like, wait a
motherfuckers.
minute,
Yeah.
Where's your bandana?
you a whole
you don't
crash
have your
out.
bandana on right now. What color are you today? Are we red or are we blue today? Like, man, come on.
Yeah, they want the crash outs.
They want the crash out because it is monetized.
It's profitable.
Money thing. Like I said, people were scared of this shit. I never looked at gangbanging on music and being into it as a glorification.
Yeah.
That's why I never told dudes, go gangbang on my records.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you the hood took me under.
Right.
You see what happened at the end?
Right.
I'm going to tell you niggas struggling.
That's a fact. That's
niggas
a fact.
struggling.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to tell you.
That's
and
a
then
fact.
on the other side, I'm going to make records like 8 is enough to keep you just like,
Exactly.
you feel me?
Exactly.
Because I'm not trying to glorify my lifestyle.
Yeah.
Don't you get it?
Yeah.
And I'm getting harassed by the police every day.
I think that's the difference between our era, your era. Because if you think about it, what you saying, and like even with Ice, right? First verse, nigga, we thugged out. We getting money. We selling dope. We got all the hoes. We banging. We shooting everything. Second verse, we still. Third verse, nigga, we dead in jail.
Yes.
So there's always a balance. There was a balance. There was the whole story. Where now they don't tell the whole story.
No, I'm gonna tell
the
you, we out
glorification.
here winning.
Yeah.
When you really losing.
When you
And
losing.
when you're losing.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, you're trying to keep that hard stripe on your shoulder. And next thing you know, you in courtroom with a suit on and glasses.
Right.
Going,
Right.
He did it.
Trying to square
and then
up.
They did it. And then he paid us this.
Exactly.
And they did. They don't. It's that was a hard life that we respected.
Yeah.
You get me? And there were codes that we respected. And there were things that, even though there were considered bad for us, it was just the way that, I don't know, like your grandma raised you, like the elders raised you.
That's a fact.
Things were taught that you just didn't do.
Different value,
and you didn't
different
glorify.
morals.
You get
Different
me?
morals.
You give a fuck. If you grandma gave you $1, you didn't run out and just, I'm the only one. You get, nigga, keep that in your pocket and hush up. You get me?
Yes.
Don't be telling everybody
Yeah,
that. You
values,
get me?
man,
It's
morals.
different values and more. Everybody want to be glorified today, the young, the youth, you know. Everything is, look at my car, look at my chain, look at my this and look at my that. And the structure of it is, there's always a motherfucker out there that don't got what you got.
That's
and
right.
Is looking to take what you got.
Looking to take it.
And if you make it accessible for them to do it, they're gonna do it. You get me? I was taught, motherfucker, pull up and if you ain't going to shit, I can pull up in the hood, nigga.
Yeah. You know what? That's one thing I can't say about you.
Cortez and I want to fit in.
So
I don't want to fit outside, because once I'm outside, niggas is looking, motherfucking man.
Yeah.
I had that happen to me once, and I think it kept me away from. I'm still in the hood, right? But I'm here now.
Yeah.
I'm no longer here.
Right.
But I'm still considering, man, I pull up in the hood and half motherfucking $500,000 car, and then I got the Rolex on with diamonds, and then niggas looked at me and said, what the fuck is you doing over here? He walked me right back to my car, closed the door, and said, get out of here.
Wow.
Good.
Wow.
Because
that's
100. is don't you get it?
You outgrew that.
It'd be the nigga around the corner that you grew up with eating motherfucking $5 chicken boxes with piecing up. It'd be the nigga run up on you right now, try to stick you, because
that's a fact.
You cannot glorify your come up to some people who are still in the struggle.
Yeah.
And so that's just me.
That's one thing I noticed about you over the years when I would see you in the magazines back then. What did you did, was it Rhyme or Reason? Did you?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I remember you gave us a little glimpse into your life.
Oh, yeah, when they came out to the house.
But I remember thinking like, damn, this nigga Eiht is so unassuming. Like, you still wear you look straight in the hood. I did peep the rollie.
Yeah.
Right? I did peep the rollie. But outside of that.
I got caught up into to that shit, you know.
Outside of that.
Sometimes when you hang around certain people, you know, that was my M.A.A.d 10 days, man. I started fucking with M.A.A.d 10.
I want to get to that. Yeah. I want to get to that. But you were always unassuming. You always kept it simple. It seemed like you wanted to be, because at this time, you got a couple gold records by that time, you know. So you touring, you getting to the money. Definitely. You know what I'm saying? So you still, which I always appreciated. But I want to touch on something. I mean, even though the things with Quik got heated, you know, I know Suge pulled up on you to say, hey, you know, it's going to stay a certain type of way. But I want to point out that y'all were able to squash this. 1999, y'all went to BET tonight. What was that?
Real beef.
I know, but then when shit happened though, but shit really happened, even though it wasn't real.
Like I said, that had to do with Crippin' and Blood.
Yeah.
Crippin' and Blood outweigh everything else. When you know what I'm saying, it outweighs everything else.
But what was it like to meet him for the first time, and then under that circumstance of
I've seen Quik in crossings, airports, clubs. You know, a little more mature.
Yeah.
And I think it was Snoop orchestrated it, you know. Okay. Snoop knew both of us, whatever. And at the time, BET had the interview thing with Tavis Smiley.
Yep, BET
and
tonight.
Then, I think they called him in to do something, and they asked me would I come in. Because at the time, I think we were battling the situation with the labels and them not wanting to distribute our product or put out our type of music. And so, you know, just to be getting that perspective from two brothers who, you know, grew up in that lifestyle of music, gangster rappers, what they call, and then having that beef within ourselves, you know what I'm saying, and going through that, and then having people get hurt, killed, or whatever. Him going through some personal stuff.
Yeah, of course.
Same thing with me, and just maturing.
Y'all found more common ground.
I think.
I mean, what was that first, like, for real? Hey, what's up, bro?
Everything was good. You know, we met at the thing. You know, at the interview. You know, shook hands, said what's up. Everything was good. I think from there, what followed was Snoop's wedding when he had out, and then we met there, and we was cool there, and then I was invited to the studio, you know, and then from there you just now I see the nigga, it's like, what's up, my nigga? Everything was great. We smoked together.
That's dope.
And we shake hands, you know, fuck around and laugh and do all kind of shit.
And that's the part I want to highlight, bro, because the youngsters got to see that. The youngsters got to see that. You know what I mean? It should have been that in the first place, because like I said, it's okay to have friendly banter in competition. It's competition, right? Exactly.
We play for the same team. You might score more points today. I might score more points next week. We on the same team. And that's what I kind of felt fucked the shit up, because we both want to represent the hub city. That's it. Whether you from the Crip side or the Blue side. We all wanted to be successful from Compton. And just for the fact that you got two struggling artists who came from that walk of life and able to mature and see the pitfalls of gangbanging and outsiders. You get me? You know, outsiders can cause a lot of friction.
That's a fact.
So when you stop listening to motherfuckers and you start just being a grown man and having your own mind and decision and knowing, like, well, I damn sure don't want this to go to Tupac route.
Yeah, that's right.
And I don't want it to go to Biggie route. You get me? Because, you know, I'm sure he got a mama and kids at home. So do I. And now we're unfortunate that we got into this thing of music, and now we both laying in a casket because somebody on the outside decided to protect the, you know, to protect the inheritance of gangbanging and shit. So
I'm curious. So, like you spoke about M.A.A.d 10. Which I'm gonna be honest with you. So, We Come Strapped would be one of my favorite MC Eiht albums, and I would say Section 8 is a classic album.
Yeah, Section 8 was a great record.
Great fucking record. How did that come together with M.A.A.d 10 and with M.A.A.d 10 being a Damu from Inglewood? Was there any politics that you had to navigate with that?
At this time, you know, everybody's blood, Crip homies, you know.
Yeah.
Mac had a stable, of you know, interworkings with the Crips and Bloods as far as artists. He had the comrades who were Crips, all from the I were Bloods. A lot of his close dudes that he used to take on the road. Shout out, rest in peace, Dulo, Inglewood, neighborhood Blood. It was a gang of us, just, you know.
How was your experience at Hoobanging with doing that
It was
whole
pretty
process?
cool. I got along with everybody at Hoobanging, Bloods and Crips. Like I said, I never had any issue when I got to Hoobanging, other than, you know, not being corporately used to what I was used to as far as Sony is concerned.
Yeah.
But it was fine for me. I did 2 projects over there.
The Section 8, I mean, commercially, how did it do? Because sonically,
I have no idea.
That's probably
it probably did about 200,000.
Okay. And that's through Priority.
That was through Priority.
Yeah.
I don't know that it was pushed
Right.
as adequately as it could have been because from my understanding, this was the formation of Hoobanging Records. This was M.A.A.d 10's own label. Even though he probably got some upfront money, you know, to front the label, but it was probably left up to Hoobanging to provide promotions and radio and all of this. And, you know, when you're an artist yourself, sometimes you can get caught up in that.
Yeah, I was about to say, what's the dynamic of that? Like, how difficult is that, an artist signing to another artist?
It all depends on how the workings are. You know, if you pride yourself on really running a corporation and really wanting to see artists develop and really want to put them on a scale of being their own artist, then, you know, it could turn out good. I mean, sometimes you have the problems of artists who own labels who still want to be artists.
Right, right.
And it tends to get a little crowded when you're both, you know, trying to jock for position on that label. You feeling like you're a significant artist, him having the label, being an artist, you know, certain things are probably not going to get done as would be done for himself. You know,
I just want to say, OG, that is a very, very political and nice way of saying M.A.A.d 10 dropped the ball. I just want to point that out. That's very eloquent.
Say, like I
very
said,
eloquent.
Yeah.
Very
Let me say
eloquent.
like
Respectfully.
this. Let me say like this. Epic dropped the ball. If you really want to, you get me. So I don't blame. I'm one of these artists. You get me? Because you got artists who complain, bitch, whine. You get me. Yeah. I'm an artist like this. I've been making records since what, 88? I know that roller coaster ride.
Yeah.
If I choose to get on it, I gotta know that the motherfucker's gonna do this.
That's a fact.
You
That
get
is
me?
a fact.
No roller coaster is finna do this.
That's a fact.
It's gonna start off like that.
Hell
And
yeah.
that motherfucker gonna go here, it's gonna go there, it's gonna
That's
go there,
life,
it's gonna
my
come
nigga.
around,
That's
it's gonna do
life
all kinds of
shit.
shit.
That's
You feel
life.
me?
Yeah.
So I'm an artist right now who feel like it is what it is, man.
Yeah.
You get me? Okay, you wanna do a project? Yeah, that's on me.
Yeah.
If I decide to jump into that,
Yeah.
you get me? If I decide to take your money and knowing you ain't finna do shit with it, I got to eat that. I can't come at the end of the day going, motherfucker, you didn't do this, you didn't do.
Right.
Man, I'm an intelligent motherfucker and I know where this shit gonna go and it's finna do this. So if I'm finna take this money from you, nigga, let me just strap up. Let me ride till the ride is over. And then once it's over, I'll be like, nope, I don't want to go again. Thank you. I don't want to go again.
That's a fact.
Thanks for the ride. I don't want to. And so it's not like, man, you fucked up my this and you. I don't. Man,
I got you. I feel that. That's 100.
And then I leave it to individuals like yourselves to determine what happened.
What happened? What that was.
And I'm gonna tell you, hey, it went like this. It went like that. You know, it went like this. I don't have no hard feelings. I talked to M.A.A.d today. You get me? With no problem.
And shout out to M.A.A.d. That was not a dig or anything in M.A.A.d. Shout out to M.A.A.d.
Like,
Much love
I've
to
dealt
M.A.A.d.
with a lot of motherfuckers with records and shit.
And by the way,
with Snoop, with
and by the way,
project.
it's not easy running a label.
Oh, no,
so
yeah.
let's acknowledge
Oh, yeah.
that. It's
Especially
not
at that
easy.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for
It's
sure.
like
internet,
it's not
everything.
when you don't have a staff set up and you
that's
don't
a
have
fact.
shit designated.
That's a
It's
fact.
just like Here
Yeah.
here go 10 artists.
Yep.
Here's a $3 million budget.
Yep. Figure that shit out.
Figure it out.
Figure it out.
And so now it's like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
It's just me and the homie.
Yeah.
You get me?
We don't know nothing
I don't
about
got nobody
radio.
working.
We don't
Radio ain't got
radio,
nobody
yeah.
working.
Placement,
Exactly. Ain't got
product
nobody
placement.
doing that.
That's a
I ain't got
fact.
nobody.
PR,
I ain't got no
yeah.
streets.
We
I
know
got
how to
nothing.
rap. We know how to
Yeah.
get in the studio and create these records,
you
nigga.
And so,
that other shit.
And sometimes it just be the name that feels like it's gonna carry over.
That's a
Oh,
fact.
that's my label.
That's
so
a fact. Yeah.
you have to know how to run it. That's why you see certain individuals who run labels and they are successful.
Yeah.
Because I don't give a fuck if my record does whatever.
Yeah.
I want his to do that.
Yeah.
I want his to do that. That's how I'm successful.
Yeah.
I can't be here going, the only one I want to go platinum is me.
Yeah, that's a
And
fact.
Coach said, now I got 5 other artists.
That's
What
a
am I
fact.
supposed to do with them? Cheapen them out? And then I'm expecting what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You get me? You hear me on the radio, though. You see me on the videos. You see me doing the product placement and
Right.
the posters everywhere and the radio, blah, blah, blah. But as I don't have that corporate mind state yet.
Yeah.
And a lot and not to fault a lot of niggas because really those labels were given out because niggas were successful as artists.
Yeah.
And it's like a okay, what can I do for you now?
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah.
Because really it like, what do I do?
Yeah.
I got a double platinum record now. It's just going. So now the first thing they go is, well, you want to start a label? You want your own imprint? You want, but they already knowing shit ain't finna do nothing.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a tax write-off for us,
That's a
which is
fact.
great.
Yeah.
I'm finna front this nigga
Wow.
$3 million.
Yeah.
He finna fuck that shit off, and I'm finna write it off.
Yeah. That's a fact. That's what they do. That's
I'm
exactly
finna
what they
write
do.
it off.
Yep.
Because what happens?
So they built
you
a
got
revenue
5
model.
Yeah.
for this.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, wow.
That's part of the revenue model.
Yes, come on.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's crazy. I have a question about that because you did another interview that I wanted to ask where you were featured on Kendrick's M.A.A.d City. And you joked and said you were shocked that they called you out of everybody. Why were you shocked?
Facts.
When you deal with certain levels, I'm comfortable where I'm at. That's why I tell people. I don't jock for position or mad because I didn't get the props or the whatever. I'm fine. I tell niggas that every day. So when you start dealing with mega motherfuckers, niggas ain't calling me. You feel me? Like, I did the same thing when I got called for Minister Society.
Yeah.
Niggas ain't calling me.
Yeah.
You got all kind of choices. You got Rens and Cubes and people that y'all have already put up there. I'm just a nigga sitting back here chilling.
So you
Don't
never
fuck with
never
me.
saw yourself in the
No.
light of them?
No.
Oh wow. But you know your fans do though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I hate when people do that shit.
I know you
because
do.
I be like,
I know you
man, I'm
do.
just a normal nigga, man.
Yeah.
I try to spit some shit to niggas and let them know about how rough times was growing up, and I can entertain you with some lyrics, but I don't get mad if they choose Cube and not me.
Yeah.
I don't get mad if they call Scarface and not me. I don't give a fuck if they, you get me? I've done my work.
Yeah.
This shit has been a long time.
Yeah.
And I'm still able to sit here. You
That's a
get
fact.
me?
That's a fact.
So that's what so when they hit me, like I said, they hit me, I really didn't focus on Kendrick. I know Dre, you get me? But yeah, Kendrick's on Aftermath and they're doing, I'm like, these niggas ain't finna call me. I'm like, why are they fucking with me? You know, my son's sister, this guy named Kendrick, he wants you to come get on the song. And, you know, it's coming from family. And I'm like, yeah, okay. And then 2 weeks later, he rung my phone.
Yeah. Wow.
He rung my phone. And even then, I went and did the song.
Yeah.
Even when I left, I ain't finna use that motherfucker. I thought it was a hard-ass song.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah.
But I'm like, these niggas fucking with Drakes and Mary J. Blige's and shit. Like,
I think that's what keeps you in the space of being blessed, man. The humility, you know, that you
I try
have.
to be humble with it.
Yeah.
I try to not, you know, nigga, I'm on GTA, Grand Theft Auto, I'm on this,
I was
I'm
gonna
on
get to
that.
that.
I was nominated for a Grammy with I don't care about that shit.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Just, if there's a few fans who appreciate what I've done over the years, as far as my music is concerned, and they're still curious to what I'm still trying to do, then I'm all for it. It's all good. But
and you got to receive that though, bro. Because I'm gonna tell the story. When I first, well, it was the second time I met you when I came and did Gangster Chronicles, and you know. I'm a real nigga. And I've done what I've done, but I show respect. Our generation, we pay homage.
Oh, definitely.
And so I'm on some cool shit. I'm like, yeah, you know, cool what's up, fanning. OG? Yeah, I'm cool fanning. You know what I mean? And Eiht was like, oh, appreciate that. But I got the vibe. It made him feel uncomfortable. You know what I mean? I was like, damn, I don't think OG like all that adoration and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Because I tell Still, stop it every time. Every time you get around people. Man, you know, Eiht is motherfucking icon. I said, man, stop
listen,
with that shit.
Let me just be 100. Me and Still have had conversations about that. And he'd be like, man, you know, Eiht don't be liking that. I was like, why? I was like, he deserve it. Like, why? What the fuck? Like, he don't know that he here, there. You know what I'm saying?
I'm a motherfucker who wake up every day. I brush my teeth. I put my pants on like y'all.
But it ain't about that.
It
ain't about that.
And I get up. I feed my dogs.
Yeah.
I put them in the kennel. I go take a shower. I go to the gym. I come back. I'm at the park from 5 to 9 o'clock with 14-year-old boys.
Yeah.
That's my life.
Yeah.
Coaching football. That's what
I
do. So every now and then, I still get shows.
Yeah.
I still get calls for guest appearances and podcasts and all that. And I'll be like,
But but dog, we talking about 35 years.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. 35 years.
Dang.
That's why it took me so long to get out here.
No, you ain't retired. You got the blue stamp coming.
Yeah, I still got blue stamp music.
Yeah.
And me and still working on a project right now. He's got me back in the studio. So I've recorded over 40 songs.
Okay.
So I'm working right now.
When's blue stamp gonna drop?
I wanted it to come out Thanksgiving, but he has some potential workings that's going on right now on the table.
That's right.
That people are looking like they're interested.
Oh, still gonna make something happen.
Yeah, that's motherfucker right there.
He gonna seek it out.
He's walking up. He's walking in them doors again.
Yeah.
So,
oh yeah.
He's being able to walk through doors again.
Yeah.
So I told him, he's like, man, I'm telling you, man, I can. I'm like, all right, Still, go ahead. So he's been sounding real positive.
Yeah.
The work has been sounding real positive. We've let a couple of execs hear it. They're really enthused by it. Being an artist of my stature that hasn't, significantly been associated with a major in a long time.
Right.
Comfortable.
Okay.
For a motherfucker like that.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah.
Not having to deal with the unexpected. He's been in a building before. He's made money before.
Yep.
He's calmer. He's more, mature.
Mature. Yeah. On your boss shit.
Yeah.
On your boss shit.
So it makes it a little more better for a situation.
I wanna pivot real quick and just as we wrap it up. So, I mean, you reinvented yourself, you pivoted to podcasting. So let's talk about the Gangster Chronicles. How did that opportunity come?
Gangster Chronicles came, I wasn't hip to podcasting. I started seeing it, started hearing it, started seeing more people get into it, started being hit for interviews. So I had heard of the Gangster Chronicles. Still hit me for an interview. That's how we hooked up. He hit me for an interview, and I think I went and gave Still an interview. And then he asked me to come back for another show. And I'm like, what is this dude doing? So I go to the show again. That's when I meet James. And he asked me, would I be interested in hosting the show? Because, Still wasn't a host.
That's right.
It was James, I think, Alex, and Reggie, I believe.
Reggie Wright Jr.
So him and Alex fell out. Reggie had to go to do some time.
Right.
Which left James. And I think they were about to do the deal with Black Effect, with Charlemagne.
Shout out to Charlemagne. Dottie.
And Charlemagne has suggested that they needed another host. And maybe someone who had a little more street musical ties than just I'm an ex-gangbanger.
Right.
You get me?
Right.
Okay, you're an ex-gangbanger, but you've done records, you've been in movies, you're basically in the entertainment realm, so that would fit. So they asked me to join. At first I was skeptical because, in anything you do, I'm like, what are we talking about?
Yeah, that's right.
Like,
that's right.
I'm not into just driving 1,000 miles every day.
Yes.
But I put the work in.
Yeah.
I think I did a whole year of episodes. I didn't ask for a dime. It was interesting for me. It was something to do. We were meeting people, guests, stories were in there. I think that's what really got me.
Yeah.
Because at first I would just show up and just sit there and listen. Because the stories were so interesting.
So compelling,
Motherfuckers who had got out of the pen, niggas who had changed their lives, niggas who had broken out of the pen, people who had been shot and done all kind of shit and changing their lives around for the better. So that's what interested me about the Gangster Chronicles was the fact that we could connect with ordinary motherfuckers. And even though we've, changed the format a little, we've had a lot of, celebrities and all that. One of my main focuses is to still connect with those brothers who are coming out of the pens, who are coming out of horrible situations, and who can, change their life for the better. You don't necessarily have to be a rapper or whatever.
Right.
You can write books, do something for the community, something with the kids. I say I coach for youth football. You could even do that. Just anything with volunteering and showing that the line I pushed, years ago, is changed. And I could see that change in other people. So that's why I really wanted to fuck with the show. And I think it's doing really good. We've learned to adapt. We've learned to include a lot of social events, some politics. I'm not a politician. I hate getting into politics, but sometimes, things warrant.
Right.
I'm going through some shit right now with a kid on my team in politics. It's Breast Cancer Month. I require all the boys to support and wear pink socks. Dad tells me his son's not wearing pink socks. Says he's against the feminist movement and the LGBTQ, and real men, period, should not wear pink. This is a quote. So,
and how do you navigate that simplicity?
I don't want to discourage the kid. Kid's a great kid. He's a good kid. So I don't want to tell him some shit like, oh, well, you can't play because you're not with the team.
Right.
I don't want to get into people's religious or political values over their own children.
Right.
You get me? So it is what it is. I'm going to wear pink.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
I wear me some pink play cards on and my lanyard. And I got some pink socks and pink shoes. My son's mother is a breast cancer survivor. So, my assistants, they're all going to have pink on. There's going to be 35 other kids with pink socks on. So it is what it is. I'd hate to alienate him like that by, but that's something that I can't deal with your parents' views and values. And I'm not going to argue that. That's you. You feel me? I get it.
Yeah.
You don't want certain agendas pushed on your kid. I understand truly. So.
Yeah.
What have you noticed? What have you noticed with the young boys that you work with in the community and how it has affected them positively?
All my boys are fine. I have a mixed group of boys, black, white, Asian, Mexican, so I tell them this all one team. We don't have no color here.
Yeah, that's right.
We don't have no color here. The color is the color blue. That's our uniform. That's it. Yeah. We don't have no color lines here. So all the politics and all that stuff, when you come on my field, you come here to be as one to support each other.
Wow.
And we come here to fight for each other's back until the end of the season, and maybe that'll carry over into, I know some of y'all go to school with each other, watch each other's backs at school, don't let no other person feel like that they're in a different class because of what their parents might believe.
Wow.
That's still your teammate.
That's super dope.
For sure.
What's more gratifying to you, coaching those kids or music?
Probably coaching. I've done music a long time. I know how to do music.
Yeah.
I know how to do music.
Yeah.
Reaching a 14, 13-year-old kid, you know, who may be having trouble at home, might not be getting along with his dad or his parents, or maybe just be coming out there to just feel, to belong.
Yeah.
You know, those kids is everything. And those are the kids that you, is one of the reasons why I came back to coach football. Because my son, you know, I'm missing his games in college by coaching every day. And our games are on Saturdays.
Wow.
And he's in Indiana. So I'm home every weekend to coach these kids. But he was the first ones that told me to do it.
Do you feel like that maybe you're passionate about that because it was something that you didn't have?
I played sports.
But you didn't have,
I didn't have
what you're giving.
I didn't have, because my father left the home. Moms tried, you know, signed me up, whatever, but it didn't last. And so I just feel like that's something I wanted to do.
Yeah.
You get me? With having a son and not being in that situation. That's why I always did for him, you know, what you want to do? You want to play baseball? I'm there. You want to play soccer? I'm there. You want to play anything? I'm there. What you want to do this? I'm there. I wanted, and then being at practices, that was like, that's just everything. Because he gets to look over to the side and see his dad there. A lot of kids didn't have that.
Yeah.
So that was the reason why I started coaching. And a lot of kids, like I said, throughout the years, I got so many kids who playing football right now in college that I still connect with because of that.
Yeah.
Because from the age of 9 years old, these kids spent the night at my houses. I took them to pizza parties. I took them to football games. If I buy my son a hat, I get him a shirt. You know, I'm that type of dude.
Yeah.
You know, oh, Dad, can you buy me a hat? Damn, dude, shit's $60. Shit, here's $100.
Yeah.
Make sure you get him at least a T-shirt or something. You get it? Don't let yourself walk out of here with you a brand new hat on and you know, and your friend next to you. So buy him a shirt too. I'm just like that, man. And I don't know, like, not, you know, I didn't come up like that.
Yeah.
But I just feel that's important
It
for
is.
a lot of young men today.
Very much so.
You know?
Do the kids know, like, because they're young, right?
Oh,
but
know.
do they know,
They
like,
know.
okay, Coach Tyler?
I get harassed every day.
Coach Tyler and MC Eiht, are they able to say?
They're on, when I start at the beginning at the season, the first week, it's Coach Tyler.
Yeah.
By the second week, it's, oh my God.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were on GTA, and then you did a song with Kendrick, and oh, I really love this song you got, Coach, straight up. Oh, I got a kid that interviews me every day like an interviewer. Like an interviewer. Hey,
Give
Coach,
him a podcast.
Can I ask you a question? He's the nicest kid.
Yeah.
We have team dinners every Thursday. Yeah. He prays over the whole team.
Oh, wow.
Every
nice.
team. Every game before we start and every team dinner, he prays over the team. And this kid is 13 years old.
Wow.
So, yeah. There are some great kids on the team, man. It's a good feeling.
Man, well, on that note, OG, I mean, listen, I'm going to wrap it up. Man, I'm speechless on that one. I mean, man, the shit that you've accomplished. I mean, coming from Compton, the you know, the odds were stacked against you. Teenage father like myself, gangbanging, jail, single parent household, navigating the music industry, being successful in it. And we didn't even get to the acting. You know, you got chops, as a matter of fact. We want to see you back on the screen.
Yes, sir.
You know, but then to pivot to podcasting, but the thing that you're doing with the kids is the most like incredible thing.
Definitely.
You know, so you've made and this is why you gotta receive it. You know, when we want to give it to you, receive it, because not only have you made a impact in the music hip hop community, but now you're impacting humanity.
Yes,
you
indeed.
know,
Yes,
in a positive way. So we gotta highlight that. We gotta point that out. So, man, just for me, from Big Court, just the culture, man, we appreciate.
Man, I appreciate y'all having me, man.
We appreciate what you have
finally
given.
got it done.
Yeah.
So still stop bitching at me, man. It's all good.
That's why you came, because still bitching.
No. I came because
You can't offend it.
That's Steel? No, shout out Steel, man.
Shout out Big Steel.
Shout out Big Steel. That's Big Bro.
You are one of the you're one of the true podcasts that I respect. There's not too many out here.
I appreciate
that I
that,
look
bro.
at and can say I said, okay, Court is holding court real good with that.
I appreciate that, bro.
He's on our level with just the calmness of how he keeps his show.
Yeah.
Not the messiness.
No.
Not the bullshit.
No.
You know, strictly with the artists or with the people you're interviewing, direct questions, and none of that funny shit. No. You know, so you're one of the podcasts I respect. I don't fuck with too many.
I appreciate it. I know you don't.
Yeah.
I know you don't. I'm already knowing.
But yeah, definitely. So y'all keep it tuned in right here, man. It's all official.
I appreciate you,
yes,
Eiht. Appreciate you coming, man.
Yeah.
All right, that's another one. Holdin Court Podcast. Rachel, Renee, the legendary MC Eiht,
Drive
CMW. I'm gonna do that.
Yes.
All right. Peace.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we out of here.